we both learned a valuable lesson today. That no matter how hard we try to avoid it, there will always be forces in this world that wish to cause us harm. But I want you to know that I won't let that happen. I won't let anything harm you ever again.
How's it going, y'all? Rowdy Viles back with another video. I've been waiting for a figure of this character, and apparently Mofex is making one, but I'm not pre-ordering it because there's like a $10 deposit on Big Ben Toy Store where I usually get my stuff. So I'm like, I'll just wait until she releases. But to hold me over, and I know I've talked a lot of crap about them last year, and that's all valid. That's all valid stuff. But sometimes they make a cool figure, and this Megan figure by NECA looks to be really cool. So yeah, with all that being said, let's take a close look at the box, and we'll get this bad girl open.
Do you think what Aunt Gemma said is true? That he's in a better place now? No. He's nowhere. If heaven exists, it wouldn't be for boys like Brandon now, would it? I guess not.
Taking a look at the front of the box, it really, to me, looks like it's a shot from the movie, and that's really pretty. It's printed very nicely, and it says Megan Ultimate Action Figure. On this side, we get a headshot of the figure, and it says Megan NECA. On the back, we get some more shots of the figure. It says Megan Model 3 Generative Android. Includes interchangeable heads, battle damaged head, robot head with swappable faceplate, screwdriver, nail gun hammer, paper cutter blade, bloody paper cutter blade, and interchangeable hands. And you can see all of that evidenced in these nice photos. This side is identical. Top of the box, bottom of the box. The flap opens up and we once again get a shot of the figure, and then of course the figure itself with all of the accessories. And with all of that being said,
Megan? What are you doing? Oh shit!
They did give us this lovely little backdrop in the box, so I'm definitely going to use that for some of the pictures. And there's Megan herself out of the cardboard. So here is our NECA Ultimate Megan figure out of the box, and as you can see, all the details are there. I wish that she had soft goods, but the ones that NECA does soft goods on are like the 8-inch scale ones. They're ultimate soft goods figures. But this one does look great, and like I said, it's just holding me over for the Mofex. But she does look very robotic, so that's a plus for the figure. Single joints, of course, because it's a smaller figure and it's NECA, and they're not going to do all that extra engineering. But still works for her. She looks great. That face sculpt definitely looks like Megan. We've got the whole outfit there with the stripes on the sleeves and that khaki dress down to the white stockings and the blue buckle-up shoes. Just a really, really cute, and of course the bow that she wears on the front. Just a very cute outfit and a very good representation of the character because she is like a robotic nanny kid thing. So definitely creepy looking. If you haven't seen the movie, watch the unrated version, not the PG-13 one. I haven't seen the PG-13 one. I'm not saying it's bad. Just watch the unrated one. That's probably how you're supposed to watch it anyway. But yeah, it's a great movie. It came out a couple years ago. I believe they're working on a sequel, which is great. It's kind of like Chucky, Child's Play, in that it's a child's toy gone wrong and serial killer and all that kind of stuff, with some differences. Closer to the Child's Play reboot with the robotic Chucky doll that had like a glitch, which was so dumb. But yeah, great looking figure. Still want the Mofex, obviously, but this will hold me over until then. She is also too big for 6-inch scale. She's quite big, so that's kind of a bummer, but still looks great. Checking out her height, she stands at about too tall, but she's about 5.25 inches. Yeah, 5.25. Going over the articulation, starting at the head, it goes, whoa. It goes forward that far, and you can see how easily it pops off, so not very far. Back just as not far because the hair gets in the way. Shoulders come up, oof. Do they come up? Almost 90 degrees, not quite. Those are very tight. I wouldn't push it. And we don't get a bicep cut. Single elbow that comes in about 90 degrees, I would say. Torso articulation. She goes forward that far. Back, not very much at all. Legs come forward this far, to the side and back, She cannot kick her own butt because she's on a single joint. But we do get a thigh cut? No thigh cut, but you can see very little articulation in there. And then we get a very tight ankle rocker. See, this is why I'm excited for the Mofex. The Mofex will scale with 6-inch stuff and it'll move so much better. But for now, like, there's really not much to say about the articulation for this Megan because she really doesn't articulate much, which was to be expected given it's NECA and that they gave her a traffic cone on her body, but it's okay. The Mofex will come out like May or June or something like that. So for her accessories, first of all, we have the head sculpt that she comes with in the box. We also have another one that's more kind of like, I don't know, kind of more like sad or looking like I'm innocent. I don't know what you're doing, what I'm doing. And then we have the battle damaged one from closer to the end of the movie, almost the end of the movie. Looks really cool. And then we have this one, which is just essentially just a robot skull, and it has a peg there, and that is for, I'll do this in photography because I do not want to mess with it. These two swappable face plates with that, which have her eyes in different directions so that you can give her some emotion. And then we get these different hands. So we get 6 different hands for holding stuff. And then, like I said, I'll take pictures with this smaller stuff. We get a screwdriver. I didn't even know that was in there. And then we get those 2 paper cutter blades, one with and one without blood. And then lastly, we get, so we do get quite a bit of accessories. We get a nail gun, which is very nicely painted, and a hammer. So yeah, that is it for the accessories for Megan. Like I said, take a closer look at how they hold in your hands and all that stuff in photos. I'm going to try to put photos in while I'm talking about this, so you may have already seen some of them. So we'll see how that goes. Change up the editing a little bit. First of all, here she is with some other NECA stuff. We've got Chucky from the show, Chucky and Tiffany from Bride, and then we've got Newt from Aliens, and she is the biggest of the bunch, and she's like too big. Even for NECA, I think she's too big. But that's okay. It is what it is. Here she is with Action Force and Marvel Legends. Again, too big. And I think she actually scales best with this Romanky Gun Girl and this Mezco Ghostface, because if Rebecca were the right size, which is to say really small, then that would mean that Megan should be closer to her height. So that's not too bad. And then maybe the Mezco Ghostface should be a little bit taller. So probably the NECA Ghostface would scale better with Megan, obviously, because it's NECA. But I don't know. The NECA one is garbage and I don't want to touch it anymore. So with all that being said, y'all, I will say it's NECA. It's got its problems, but it's still a cool figure. It's holding me over until I get the Mofex. So in that case, it's totally worth it. Plus, I got it before the price of all this stuff starts to go up. So that's just how it's gonna be. So yeah, if you like this video and if you like the movie, smash like, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed, comment down below, let me know if you saw it, if you want this figure, if you're waiting for the Mofex, how your day is going, just say hey. Check out the giveaways. We're gonna have memberships pretty soon, I'm pretty sure. So stay tuned for that. Be kind to your local LGBTQ community. I love you. Keep your head up, stay brave. I will see you next time, and bye-bye. Mwah.